Welcome to God's Homeschooling Mom. Thanks for joining me today. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. That way you can stay up to date on all the content that I'm going to be putting out. Today, we are going to be going over what my daughter used this past year. She was in 6th grade, and what she's going to be using this next coming school year for 7th grade. So let's go ahead and get started. I am not going to be showing you guys inside of each and every one of these, as I have separate videos on each of these of a look inside of each one. It will take too much time, but I will be showing you what we did use and what we're going to be using. Some we're changing up, some we are not. So let's go ahead and get started. So last year, for Bible, what we used for my kids, we sat down together and started our day off with this. Long story short, it is by Marty Machowski. I believe I found this at a thrift store. It has been really good. It's really, really thick. It is over a year's worth of different Bible topics. It goes through many scriptures, has questions, has the kids read. It's really good. I really enjoyed that. So we didn't quite get through this. As you can tell, it is a lot more than a school year's worth. So we may end up coming back to this some other time and finishing it up, but we did what we could in this book and we really enjoyed it. For history, what we did was America Story 1. My daughter actually went through America Story 1 with master books, I want to say when she was in 2nd grade. And this course is recommended for grades 3 through 6. So she went through it, but I don't think she retained a lot of the information. I had a daughter at the time that is a year older, so they went through this together. So I had a son that went through this with my daughter this past year. We actually did the workbook, and I didn't buy the workbook with it this time because it was already written in and I had this saved. So we went through this and we read this each and every day, and then we jotted down anything in a notebook. And what I did is I had individual questions, and we went through and asked those throughout the week, and we did kind of quizzes on those. But this right here, guys, is a lot of good information. You can buy a workbook with it if you choose to, which I do highly recommend. As I said, both my daughters went through this. One was in 2nd, one was in 3rd grade at the time. I would have and should have probably bought the book again to go through it with my son, but instead we just elected not to since I already had this. Sorry, that is my German Shepherd. She loves me a lot and is just trying to get in the video. Anyways, I do highly recommend this. It is for grades 3 through 6. That's what we did this past year for my son that was in 4th grade and my daughter that was in 6th grade. And we did not do the workbook. We came up with our own questions and wrote down things in a notebook. So you could also buy a timeline with this. We do have that we did years past, and it is really cool and it keeps the kids' attention. But anyways, that will be on a separate video for a review, okay? And then on science, what I did is when I was at a thrift store, I found these books, and I kind of just put several different of them together. I wanted my kids to kind of learn about space and different things and the planets. My son is really, really into that. His whole room has a whole theme of space and stars, and it looks really cool anyways. So what I did is I found these, and I don't know, they're just different books over the solar system. I just found these. This says don't know much about the solar system, and it just has a lot of different things throughout it. And then I also found this little book, even though it's kind of for probably younger years. It says my first book of planets, but it goes through many different things about each and every planet, and I thought that was really cool. A lot of different things. And then last, we also found this book, Earth and Space. So what we did is we took turns. I bought double of this and I bought double of this. They actually had 2 of each one at a thrift store. So my daughter and son was able to go through those. And again, we had our separate notebook that we went through, and I had pick and chose as we went through it, different questions and things that I wanted them to remember, so later I could quiz them on that. So that's kind of what we did. They learned a lot doing that. So it wasn't really a curriculum that we had found and just bought and it was already put together. I kind of put this together on my own. One thing that I found going through these books, I did find, not in this book really, but in both of these, they had a couple things that I did not agree with as we are Christians. I just kind of cut out stuff about myths and different things, and I just didn't. Greek gods, kind of what they believe on different stuff with planets, and I just did not agree with that, so I cut that out as far as that went. That is one thing and downfall to finding books that you don't really know what all the information is inside if it's not a Christian background. So that is one reason why we love master books, and I've always done master books. This year we did not. I just found these and thought, oh, this would be cool, save a little bit of money, and kind of just put this together, which my kids did learn, and I was there to look through the information and make sure that they were learning biblical truths through it. So that was what we did for science. For language, we did Spectrum this year. So she did level 6 language arts. There is 2 pages a day. I will have a separate video of that. As I said, a flip through. We just whittled it down to 1 page a day as I ended up getting also Spectrum spelling. So we had a separate spelling. I did Spectrum reading, which was a good comprehension. They would read a story and have several questions on that a day. So putting all this together, and I also had a separate handwriting, cursive. She knew how to do some cursive, but she really, really got it nailed down using this book. This was Evan Moor I found offline on Amazon. I also found these Spectrum books, all 3 of these on Amazon. I can put a link below for those. But that's kind of what we did. We put all that together for her for that. And then math, we had always done master books leading up to this year for math. But this year we tried to do something different. We tried teaching textbooks. It actually is an app. It's online. You download it. It keeps tracks of all that your kids' records and everything that they do with their grades and everything. And we really liked that, enjoyed that. But we are actually changing it up this year. I feel like my daughter is going to be better going a different route, which I'm going to get into that in a minute. So I think that covers everything for this past year of what we did. So for this year, so start off with Bible. What we're going to do is we are going to be doing this through master books, the 10-minute Bible journey. We're going to come together. There's only 52 days on this. So this has a lot of scriptures. You can get this individually, or you can get this, I believe it comes with the 6th grade language arts curriculum, which we did get with the curriculum for language. So I had this. So we are going to go through this with her. She has not gone through this yet. So we are going to go through this as a Bible. And then also a couple years ago, I had found this. I really enjoy Louie Giglio. He is just a whiz when it comes to science. But he is a Christian. And so this is 100 devotions of daily devotions with science and God. And so we're going to do both this and the 10-minute Bible journey. You can find this on Amazon. And this right here you can find on Masterbook's website. I'm sure you can probably find it on Amazon too. So we're going to do both of those for Bible. I'm real excited about doing those. That's the good thing about being a mom of homeschoolers. You get to go through it too with them. So anyways, that's what we're going to do for that. For language this year, as I said, last year we did Spectrum. And we tied in reading, Spectrum, writing, spelling, all that. This year, leading up to this last year, we had always done language through master books, language lessons for living education. And I had done reviews on these in the past. And one thing that I discovered is in level 7, it kind of looks a little different. And so we are going to go back to Language Lessons for a Living Education with the Master Books. I actually do not have it bought yet, but this is what it looks like, and I'm real excited for her to go through that. I researched it really well, and it looks like it's going to be a good fit. One thing that I am throwing in on top of that is to get more reading in is we are also going to do right along with that is spectrum reading. So we are going to stick with spectrum reading. She will be in 7th grade, so this is a 7th grade one. So she will be doing that. And I will also be having her do some also handwriting. She didn't quite finish up this cursive writing, so she'll be finishing that up too. From last year. So that's going to cover the language. Incorporated with the language, there's spelling inside. I found a couple free apps on my phone that actually you can type in your spelling words and do fun games and stuff with that. So we're going to be hitting hard with the spelling that they give with the Language Lessons for Living Education through Master Books. I'm going to be tying in a couple apps with those words instead of doing a separate spelling curriculum because it'll just be too much. So that's what we're going to be doing for language. Science, we are going to be doing Master Books again. Yay, Master Books for the win for sure. This is not, I don't get paid to say this. This is just speaking truth here. We really highly recommend Master Books. We love their curriculum and they do such an awesome job. My daughter did this last year, my oldest daughter. You can get a credit with this. It can count as a credit. So it is for grades 7th through 12th. It's General Science 1. It goes through 4 different books it comes with. You can order this through the Master Books website, or you can also probably find this on Amazon or maybe in your local Christian store. So she's going to be doing this, and it comes with 4 books. My daughter, as I said, did this last year, really enjoyed it. It comes with these beautiful, beautiful books. There is a separate review on this. You can take a look inside of all this, guys. So ocean, you got mineral, we got the weather book it comes with, and astronomy. So she's going to be doing that for science. Let's see, what else? So history, she's going to be doing Master Books. This course is for 4th through 8th grade. It's a geography, history, exploring information about the Holy Land. There's different ones that you can choose from. This one right here, she's going to be doing with her brother. I wanted to find something that was age appropriate for both of them. He's going to be going into 5th grade. So this curriculum is actually for 4th through 8th. So I believe. So it fits into both categories. And this is a topic that they both would love to do. I know that they would. So that's what we're going to be doing for history. I will be giving you guys a review on this later on. There already is a science review for the one that I just showed you. And then for math, we are trying something new again. I really just kind of had a rough go with math. I don't know what it is. My son does an excellent job. He's really a whiz at math. My daughters, it just seems like it's not really their favorite subject. And I know as you get older, you get all that craziness of all these new concepts and different things. So I know it's a little challenging, but we're going to be doing the good and the beautiful Math 7, and this is one of the ones I have not got bought yet, but this is it right here. You can get the whole set. It comes with 5 books on this. It's the whole set. Through the good and the beautiful. I did a lot of reviews, watched a lot of videos, took a look inside at some stuff online, and this looks like it will be a good fit. It's just, I feel like my daughter needs more hands-on and not something online that I can sit down and we can work at it together. And I feel like that this is going to explain it, and she's really going to learn and comprehend. So I will give you guys a review later on about that. I think that sums it up for everything that we got going on. So thank you guys for sticking around, and watch for more videos as I will post up new reviews on some of these newer curriculums that we're going to be doing. You guys have a great rest of your day, and may God bless.